Rachel for sponsoring a portion of today's video. More on them later.
Can open up and let somebody close. No, I'm not one of those who is the center of attention. I'm not one of those. No. Some people might say I am afraid, but I just do things my own way. I don't know why, 'cause I don't like people pleasing. And sometimes they don't see what defines me, but I don't need them honestly, 'cause I got you. Everybody else makes me feel small and dark and lost, but you're not like everybody else at all. You're the only one who makes me talk and walk so tall, 'cause you're not like everybody else at all. You're everything everyone else is not. You're not one of those who judge before they know somebody. I just feel at home. Yeah, yeah. You like-
Hey friends, what's up? So I pretty much showed you all my ideal morning routine already. This is not my everyday, this is like the routine I'm trying to get back into. If you've been following me for a while, you already know that I am currently in the midst of a cross-country move. If you're new here, my name is Selena. I'm an economist and a content creator currently living in the Washington, D.C. area, preparing to move back home to Oregon. So if you want to follow along my journey, I just share life in my 20s, my authentic life with you all, life lessons, all those things. So if you're into that sort of thing, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Today I'm just going to bring you all through a work day in my life. I haven't done one of these in a while, and today I really want to focus on self-care and wellness, because even though life is hectic and I am 100% very busy, very overwhelmed, very stressed, because you know I still have to work. I have to prepare to move cross country, sell and donate all my things, which I've already started doing. I have a couple productive vlogs up on my channel. If you haven't watched those, make sure to go check those out. And I'm gonna be filming a moving vlog probably this weekend, because people are like legit coming to take my furniture, and I feel like when you're moving cross country, it's a little bit like the lines are blurred, you know, because obviously when you're moving to another apartment, you know that there's a moving day, but when you're moving cross country, you're like moving over the course of 2 weeks, because you got to get rid of all your stuff. So I'll be sharing that soon, so make sure you turn on your post notifications if you haven't already. Welcome to the vlog. Happy Monday. Today focusing on self-care. Got my workout in this morning. Got to just take my morning vitamins and sign into work. Like I said before, I definitely want to focus on self-care and wellness. One thing that I've really been trying to incorporate into my routine is just taking care of myself before I sign into work in whatever shape or form. And how I've been doing that lately is actually with the sponsor of today's video, which is Ritual. If you don't know who Ritual is, I have been taking Ritual, the Essential for Women multivitamin. This multivitamin is great because it is a clinically backed multivitamin formulated with high quality nutrients to help fill fill any common dietary gaps. They label all of their ingredients and make sure that all of their ingredients are traceable back to their supply chain, and they do this so that you can feel more confident and know exactly what you're putting into your body. The Essentials for Women Multivitamin is non-GMO, project verified, USP verified, and backed by a university-led clinical study. Also, these delayed release capsules, they're designed to dissolve later in the small intestine, which is an ideal place to absorb nutrients. And just in case you're still not sure about trying out Ritual, they have a happiness guarantee. So if you order from Ritual and you decide to try them out, but you decide you don't love it after 30 days, Ritual will refund your money, no questions asked. So if you're ready to start a daily ritual that you can feel good about, Ritual is currently offering 20% off your first month. So make sure to go to the link down in my description below, or go to www.ritual.com/Selena Trevino 20 to get 20% off your first order of Ritual. Thank you so much to Ritual for sponsoring today's video, and with that said, let's get back to the video.
잔잔하기만 하던 온 나의 마음에 Quite suddenly 퐁당 또 퐁당 아니 퐁당 큰 돌을 던진 너 기다리고 기다리던 그 사람이 온 내 앞에 내 맘 어느새 일렁이는 상상병에라도 걸렸나봐요 아야 아파.
It's Monday and it's currently 11 a.m. I've been signed into work for like an hour and a half or so. Checked all my emails. I had almost 100 emails. Don't know what happened there, but anyway. Organized my inbox and responded to emails. But now I'm going to make a little prioritized to-do list. I've honestly just been making these on sticky notes lately because I'm not currently in my busy period at work. When I'm in my busy period at work, I have to use like a bullet journal to keep track of my running to-do list and tasks in order to more easily be able to prioritize it, look back on what I've done, and also make sure that, one, nobody can read what I wrote because, you know, I work for the federal government, so I have to be careful about who has access to my information. I always have everything kind of locked away by the end of the day or like hidden away in my room where nobody really comes in here besides me. But with sticky notes, the good thing about these during my non-busy time is that I can really choose like 3 things, and that's what I'm going to start doing, especially during this time where my life is very hectic. Instead of trying to do every single thing in one day or work on it a little bit every day, I'm just going to focus on 3 things so that I can get more done from one specific project. So I'm currently still working in my work detail, which I mentioned in this video where I talked about getting a new job. Really love it. I love the team. They're amazing, super collaborative, and I only have about a month left in this detail, so I wanted to share a little bit of what I've been doing. So I have been working on this amazing team. I can't say exactly what team it is, but essentially the focus of this team that I'm working on is diversity, excellence, and inclusion, which is something that I'm really passionate about and really interested in. If I could, you know, potentially transition into a career in the future that has something to do with like outreach and retention, diversity and excellence, or even like marketing to those groups of people, that would be amazing. If you have any suggestions in the comments where I can kind of do more investigation on that, please let me know. But for now, that's why I'm doing this detail, because I wanted to have some experience in this arena, and I have really been enjoying it. I've gotten to do some cool projects. For one, I was able to interview the head of the Hispanic reading room at the Library of Congress. That is my old employer, sort of. So I met the head of the Hispanic reading room through a friend who was once my mentor when I was an intern a few years ago at the Library of Congress. So I was able to interview him, get a tour done. So today I'm actually going to be working on that. That's one of the things on my to-do list, because for the government, if you don't know, things take a lot longer sometimes, and it's not just because nobody works, it's mostly because bureaucracy and policies, and you have to like make sure that you're following everything to a T. And so in order to get this video approved that I did in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, which is coming up in September, I have to make sure that we submit everything completed and nice and cleaned up to the higher ups within the organization for their approval. And it also needs to go to the media office of our entire organization, because they also need to look at it, review it, and either approve it or ask us to make changes. And so in order to have enough time to get it done by the time Hispanic Heritage Month comes around, I need to get this done by, let me see, Hispanic Heritage Month needs to be sent out by July 15th. It is June 5th. So there's definitely time, but my detail or my time with this team ends at the end of this month. So I want to get my projects done as soon as possible. So today, one thing that I need to do, I already edited the videos. I actually exported them. I thought I was done, but I was not, which is fine. I got some feedback. One thing that I need to add, which I personally think is really good, I need to add captions to the video. So that's going to take me quite a bit of time. And then I also need to make like a written document transcript that I can also submit to the organization, because any event that we host within our organization, so I didn't really explain, but in this team, kind of in charge of any special programming or events in honor of any holidays or observances that have executive orders behind them. So for example, we put on events for Women's Equality Day, for Hispanic Heritage Month, National Disability and Employment, Juneteenth, etc. So it's been really fun because I get to come up with ideas for different activities and events or speakers for all of these upcoming special programming events. So the one that I made the interview for was for Hispanic Heritage Month. So in order to make it more accessible, I need to add text. So I'm gonna add that to my to-do list. So it's probably gonna take me a couple of days to work on this, because the 2 videos in total are about like 26 minutes. So I'll have to listen to every single word and type it all out in a transcript, and then also add the text to every single clip on every part of the video. So I know that's gonna take me a while, and then I'll have to re-export all the videos, send it to myself and export it on my government laptop. It's just gonna be a whole process. So probably my goal for that is to get it done by the end of this week. So that's one of my priorities today. And another thing, on this team, there's also a lot of collaboration, so a lot of my time can be spent in meetings sometimes. So today I actually have a meeting from 1 to 3. So there's actually 2 meetings, but it's back to back. And then I still want to make sure that I'm able to incorporate my self-care during my lunch. So I think after those meetings is when I'm going to take my lunch. Well, I should probably take my lunch now actually, or pretty soon here, like in a half hour, so that I can make sure I take an hour lunch before I have 2 hours of back-to-back meetings. So as you see there, 3 hours of my day is already taken. I took about an hour and a half on email, so that's 4.5 hours. So really I only have 4 hours or so to truly work on these 3 things, which is adding captions to videos, making the transcript, and revising the standard operating procedures, which is a whole other project that I've been working on for this group. That's been really fun, but we actually have a meeting to discuss some revisions or some suggestions from the team, and those meetings, again, really useful, super great. I love having these conversations because everyone here is amazing and I feel so lucky to work with them, but they do take time out of the day, you know, realistically. So that's why I set my goal to try to get this one thing done by the end of this week, because realistically, I don't work on it for 8 hours straight. Anyway, just wanted to kind of share the top 3 priorities, kind of how I stay productive at work and how I stay on task. With that said, time to get started on this because I have 30 minutes till I have to take my lunch break. Currently 12 o'clock and my first meeting is at 1. So if I want to actually take an intentional lunch break, like, you know, we all deserve, like we all should, then I need to take my break now. So for my lunch break, I've really been enjoying just taking advantage of the first days of summer, pre-summer. It's almost summer, same thing, whatever. The weather today is 86 degrees. It's sunny. It's gonna be the perfect weather to go sit by the pool again and read my book. I've been reading this book. I'll show it to y'all in a second. I'll bring you guys to the pool so that I can kind of show you what it looks like, you know, so we can vibe together. I got this really nice new swimsuit, which I need to go find, but it's like a strapless one, so it's been really good. And I also need to put on sunblock. So filled up my water bottle. Let's get to it. So this is the strapless swimsuit that I was telling you all about. I think it's cute. It's comfy. It also comes with straps that you can like put on, but I don't want them because I don't want any tan lines, even though I really don't tan very often. I just soak up the sun on my lunch breaks and read a book while I do it. I always put on a lot of sunblock though, and I always try to wear a hat to protect my face as well. So don't be that person like I was in my teenage years, because I thought, I don't know what I thought, I just didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know the reality of skin cancer and all of that. But please put on sunblock. Please protect your face, your body, especially like the more light skin that you are. Like, you really got to be very careful with how much sun you're getting. Yeah. Anyway, what else was I gonna do? Speaking of, I need to put on sunblock right now. I recently bought this like really cute swim cover, which I had been wearing all last week. So I think it's in the wash right now because I literally was going to the pool every single day, which I'm glad. I think I used the pool already more than I used it in the last 2 years that I've lived here. I'm moving out in 15 days. So my goal is literally to use the pool as often as possible and make that a form of self-care because I love it. Once I'm in Oregon and living with my parents again, you know, to save money and just until I figure out where I'm gonna live next, there's no pool, okay? And it's also not common. I didn't really see any apartments that had rooftop pools, and definitely no houses do if I ever were to buy a house. So I'm taking advantage of the time that I have left. So real quick, my little poolside essentials. I use one of my good friend Jenna's tote bag. It says miss you already. It's so cute. So I already have my little pool towel, which I really just use to put on the seat. And then I'm gonna take a book to read. This like tennis hat, which again just protects my face from the sun. And then I already put sunblock all over my face. This morning I lather it on very thick every single morning on my face and neck. My sunglasses. These are Ray-Bans. So that's usually what I take. Oh, and my water bottle, and then my phone obviously. Today I'm also gonna take my camera, so hopefully I'm able to find a spot under an umbrella. Usually I do, but our pool is south facing, so there's a lot of sun, which is a good thing. We want the sun, you know? But sometimes it's hard to get shade. Okay, where are my sandals? Yo, what am I doing? I'm literally rushing out of here and I still need to put on sunblock. What am I doing? So the sunblock that I use is the Trevino Ultra Sheer Touch 70 SPF. From everything that I've seen online from like dermatologists or whatever. Oh no, my earring. Ow. Okay. They always recommend using SPF 30 or more. But you know, we're overachievers over here, so I like to use SPF 50 or more on my face, which again, I already put that on. And then I actually already put sunblock all over my upper body earlier, but because I just want to be safe, safer than sorry, I'm gonna put some more on right now before heading up to the pool. I'm so excited. This is seriously my favorite part of the day, and especially because I feel good that I got my workout done for work, I can actually incorporate even more self-care throughout the day. So it's really a win-win, you know, because lunchtimes usually I'd have to debate about like, what should I do on my lunch? Like, should I work out? Should I edit a video? Should I do some other form of self-care like going to the pool or doing my nails? Last week I did my nails. I might do that after work today since, you know, we're trying to get all the self-care that we can. And I really need to get my nails done or do my own nails because they look atrocious. I also have the Neutrogena spray, but I don't really like that as much. I don't trust it as much. It just goes on so lightly, but I do use that to reapply, so I forgot to show that. I always pack the spray version of the sunblock in my bag to take with me to reapply after 30 minutes. But I usually reapply after I get in the pool. But since I'm going during my lunch, I don't really plan on going in the pool. Yeah, excuse the mess in the back. I'm moving, so it's gonna be messy here in the next few vlogs, I'm sure. So this is the spray that I take with me to reapply, but I also use this on my back. It's pretty much impossible to spray my own back and neck, so I just rather be safe than sorry, you know? Ready for the pool. So I've been reading this book called Fair Play, a game-changing solution for when you have too much to do and more life to live by Eve Rodsky. And this book is seriously a gem. It talks about winning this game where you rebalance your home life, reigniting your relationship with your significant other. And honestly, she just talks about her true story, trying to find a balance within her household when distributing the household responsibilities between herself and her husband. She just felt like he was falling short, and I feel like a lot of us can relate. And she actually has this game that you can purchase as well, which I was going to do, but I actually found this free spreadsheet that I'm going to link down in the description. It makes it so much easier because you can literally write down every single household responsibility and quantify the amount of time that it takes in order to fairly distribute household responsibilities. So I would actually recommend this for anyone who shares a household with family, with your partner, or even roommates. It would be super helpful. So make sure to check it out down below. Hey friends, it's 5:30 p.m. It's the time of day where I sign out of work and I don't want to do anything else. But there's laundry to do, so I'm probably just gonna put on one of these shows that I'm currently watching and do that. Can I just say it's absolutely baffling to me that I'm moving in 2 weeks. Wild, just wild. It's constantly on my mind. I don't think I'm... It's a dryer sheet. I don't think I'm gonna be calm. I mean, let's be honest, I'm never calm. I live with anxiety and depression, but I don't think I'm gonna be feeling like more regular or get a balanced routine truly until I'm like settled in Oregon and have a place to stay. I'm gonna be staying with my parents, so even that's bringing me stress because I don't know how long I'm gonna live there. I don't have a plan for like what's next. So it's extra important for me these days to get some self-care. So now that I'm done with work, all that is done, and I'm not gonna pack today. I'm not gonna be productive. I was very productive the past few weeks. I've been very productive. So today I'm just gonna rest. I think I'm gonna put on some Netflix. I'm currently watching Working Moms on Netflix. I don't know if that's an old show or a new show, but I recently found it. I also saw that there's a new season of Selling Sunsets, so you know I have to start that, especially when my boyfriend's not here. So yes, this is me time. Make sure to comment down below what you do for your self-care and also what you do for me time, like alone time type of self-care, because I definitely think that you could do self-care with your partner, your friend, or whatever, but what do you like to do with just yourself? And for me, sometimes that's watching my guilty pleasure TV show. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I also wanted to remind you all once again, if you want to try out Ritual, to use my link down in the description or go to www.ritual.com/Selena Trevino20 to get 20% off your first order of Ritual. And with all that said, I love you all so much. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video.